London Mines and Money 2017. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It's the third day and the last day here. And now with me is, the organizer and head of the Mines and Money, Andrew Thake. Good morning.
Delighted to be with you, Joachim. Delighted to be with you.
Thanks that you're taking the time. I know you are so busy running around here to make sure everything is working. And how was the Mines and Money so far, and how was it for this year? Are you satisfied?
Event has been absolutely fantastic. So the number of attendees are up year on year. Number of miners are up 25% year on year.
Good.
Number of investors are up as well. We've had a record number of meetings made, I think already over the 3,000 mark. Lots of satisfied attendees, mining companies and investors. It's been a really, really great event.
Okay, super. So that means mining is coming back?
Absolutely. There has been a real buzz on the exhibition floor, a real buzz upstairs. On the first day, we had the likes of Evie Hambro keynoting, had Sean Boyd from Agnico Eagle, and then also we had Nigel Farage, who's obviously quite a controversial politician, but we had an absolutely packed room. It was about 500 people there. It was a really amazing atmosphere.
Fantastic.
It's been a really fantastic event. I've just come down from Robert Friedland's keynote, again, in an absolutely outstanding address.
Wow, fantastic. Well, that's great. It's good to hear. And what were the highlights here for you this year?
Well, obviously for some of those keynotes that I've just mentioned, they were absolutely amazing, but we've also tried to introduce a number of new event formats.
Yeah.
So I have to really go and thank you, Joachim, because for taking charge of our Dragon's Den, Shark's Tank, exploration pitch battle yesterday, because I think there's nothing wrong with having mining corporate presentations. They're great, but having that exploration pitch battle where the mining companies were pitching for money and actually listening to the investors' feedback live as to what they thought of the projects, it was a real buzz, and I think we really want to expand on it from like next year. So we always believe in, rather than having the same speakers and formats year on year, let's just try something new, let's try something different.
I'll have to do it again.
We will have to invite you back again. And as long as you go and wear those red trousers, we'll definitely invite you back.
I do that, definitely. I get my red trousers for you, no problem. No, also I enjoyed it really a lot, and I think the format was fantastic because I got a lot of feedback afterwards from people who were listening and watching, and they said, wow, we've never seen something like this before, and it was so compelling so fast, not a boring company presentation. And maybe next year we do it like with semi-finals and finals.
Maybe, And I think just making a serious point, I think that often conference organisers are a bit guilty of being boring and just doing the same old year in, year out. And it kind of probably would actually go and work, but let's just try to do something different. Let's try to be innovative. I mean, one of the key themes of this year's Mines and Money is the future of innovation. So if we're not innovative, then how can we expect our customers to be? So let's have innovative formats.
Absolutely.
So I think it's very, very important to do more of those things, such as the Shark Tank, going forward. Yeah,
great. Talking about innovation, I mean, cryptocurrencies, bitcoins, it's now everybody's talking about. We saw even during the show, it was, I think, Bitcoin was 10,700, 11,000, even then it went down to 9,200, back up to 10,000. It's crazy. But was this also a large topic discussed here during the show, in conjunction with gold, for example?
It was. I mean, Frank Holmes gave an excellent keynote on Tuesday morning about Bitcoin and about how we're seeing more ICO funding, replacing traditional funding. Had an absolutely packed room for that. And it was interesting, on the gold summit that took place on Monday, nearly every other gold speaker actually referenced Bitcoin. I mean, I think that in reality it's not Bitcoin versus gold. You can have obviously Bitcoin and you can also have gold as well. But it'd be really interesting to see as to how Bitcoin and I guess how blockchain goes and pans out over the next 12 to 18 months.
Fantastic. From the commodity side, what would you say was the most discussed commodity? I could imagine copper was a big theme, maybe, because for the e-mobility future.
Absolutely. So I mean, like, gold is obviously still like number one, because, but behind that you've probably got the 5 sort of battery metals, and by that I mean both the old school battery metals, by which I mean copper and nickel, but then also the new kids on the block, so lithium, cobalt, graphite, and those probably are like sort of like 2 to 6, and they're constantly sort of like changing. And I think there has been a real buzz and a real interest in those cobalt and lithium and graphite sort of producers. We also, for the first time this year at Mines and Money, we had 2 presentations from electric vehicle manufacturers. So we had a great keynote from Renault yesterday, and also just before Robert Friedland today, we had another great keynote from Toyota. So I think it's important to go and get those electric vehicle manufacturers there, because there's a real sort of differences of opinion as to whether it will be 30% electric vehicles by 2030 or whether it will be 80%. Don't know, but it's important to have those guys there as part of the debate.
Okay. Was energy also a theme here, meaning like oil, gas, LNG, uranium?
We had kind of a couple of presentations looking at wind and solar power, again looking to sort of like diversify there. Also some sessions on energy storage, as well as obviously that's like a key offshoot of the sort of like drive and demand for battery metals as well, yes.
Okay, fantastic. So what are your plans for 2018? Can you already tell us something new, or what you're planning maybe? Or
well, so like 2018 is, we're obviously doing the existing events in our portfolio, so this event again, our Asia event in Hong Kong, our New York event, our Toronto event, and an event in Melbourne. So we're doing all of those events again, and they'll be back bigger, better than ever. We've also got a couple of new launches. We're working with the World Mining Congress on their event here in Astana in May. So that would be kind of great fun. So for anyone out there who hasn't been to Kazakhstan, mark down like May in your like diaries now. And then we're also launching with the Queensland Government an event which is Energy, Mines and Money in Brisbane in June of 2018, which will have more discussion on oil and gas. So we're looking to sort of like do a couple of new events, but really just also like growing our existing events, and most importantly, just ensuring that our customers keep on coming back and love attending Mines and Money.
Absolutely. Great. Andrew, thank you very much for the statements. And I think it was a great success. Even we were so busy, we had even no time to do some emails or whatever. And I think we are already at 30 interviews, so that's fantastic. And I think it was a great event. And thanks for having us here. And I definitely come back with my red trousers.
And thank you very much, Jochen, for you and your team for all of your support. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Andrew. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, there was Andrew Thake, the CEO and head of Mines and Money. And you heard it, very busy for 2018. 2017 in London here was a big success. More attendees, more mining companies, more keynote speakers, very good keynote speakers. Andrew highlighted them already. And I think this is important that we need to have conferences like this, because meet the investors, meet the companies, and exchange information. That's key for success for the future. So thanks for watching us. Bye-bye from London.